In a quiet Italian village in 1902, a 12-year-old girl named Maria Goretti lived with her poor family in a small farmhouse. Her father had died young, and her mother worked tirelessly to feed their children. Despite their struggles, Maria carried something that money could never buy: faith, purity, and a heart overflowing with love for God. Every day, Maria helped her mother with chores, looked after her younger siblings, and prayed with a devotion that shone like light through the cracks of their hardship. But one day, her innocence would face a darkness that few could ever imagine. A young man named Alessandro, who lived next door, had grown obsessed with her. He was 20, angry, restless, and drawn to temptation. Maria, only 12, sensed his intentions and avoided being alone with him. But Alessandro's obsession grew into something dangerous. On a hot summer afternoon, when Maria was alone mending clothes, Alessandro forced his way inside. He demanded that she give in to his sin. Trembling, she refused. Her voice steady but filled with tears, she said, "No. It is a sin. God does not want this." Trembling, she refused. Her voice steady but filled with tears, she said, "No. It is a sin. God does not want this." Those words enraged him. In a moment of fury, Alessandro pulled out a knife and stabbed her again and again, 14 times. Maria collapsed, bleeding, her small hands clutching the cross she wore. Neighbors rushed her to the hospital, but her wounds were too deep. For 24 hours, she drifted between life and death. And in that pain, she did something that would shake the world. When the priest came to give her the last rites, he asked her if she forgave her attacker. With a weak smile, Maria whispered, "Yes, for the love of Jesus, I forgive him, and I want him with me in heaven." 12 years old. Dying in agony. Yet she chose forgiveness. Her words didn't just echo in that hospital room, they pierced Alessandro's soul. In prison, he was consumed by guilt, haunted by her voice. But one night, Maria appeared to him in a dream. She stood radiant, holding 14 white lilies, one for each stab wound. She offered them to him, one by one. When he woke, Alessandro was in tears. That moment changed him forever. After serving 27 years, he was released. The first thing he did was go to Maria's mother's house. Kneeling before her, he begged forgiveness. Her mother, holding back tears, said, "If my daughter has forgiven you, how can I not?" Alessandro lived the rest of his life in repentance, eventually becoming a lay brother in a monastery. When he died, he was at peace. Maria Goretti was canonized in 1950 by Pope Pius XII, the youngest saint in the Catholic Church. That day, standing among the crowd of thousands, was an old man with tears in his eyes, Alessandro, the man she forgave. Saint Maria Goretti's story isn't just about purity. It's about mercy that defies human logic. It's about a heart that loved more than it feared. In a world that teaches revenge, she chose forgiveness. In a world obsessed with hate, she chose love. And maybe that's what we all need to remember: forgiveness doesn't make you weak. It makes you free. This is Voices of Light, where stories of faith, courage, and divine love remind us that even in darkness, the human soul can shine brighter than ever.